Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. And the Longhorns ready to get this thing started and open the season. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So Texas's offense will get the first possession of the game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Offense working from the pistol. Going to the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC.
Going for it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. After all of the work in the offseason and the build-up through camp, can't think of a better way to start your season than a drive like that.
Is this a sign of things to come? Here you are, you're in dynasty mode. You got all these expectations and all these hopes for your team. For your offense to come out right out of the gate on the very opening drive of the season and score a touchdown cannot start better than that.
First down here for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Mariota. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Touch pass on the run. Sweet cut there. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. Don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the kick.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. And the returner will be knocked down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive hurdle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Back to pass. It's Mariota. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you could see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He rifles one deep down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Well, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. When you put drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. And the returner will be dragged down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first. And they got him for the sack. Keep bringing the heat like that, you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front of the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punt.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking for a man. It's Mariota. Getting some heat.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense
running toward the tape. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Sweet feet on the move. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. The Tigers in the hurry up. Scanning the field, it's Mariota. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now to ship into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Safe completion on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Texas offense. That fumble in Russ territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Finds a man by himself. Off he goes. Running inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He's looking to pass. Takes the easy completion. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Snags it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking downfield, it's Mariota. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create battle.
And he breaks into the open. At the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
From the gun. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on the 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down there.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
Texas.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
Touchdown, Texas! And the special teams, that's always a momentum builder. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Dropping back, it's Mariota. They get to him as he throws. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
And I love working the slot receivers. And you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Quick completion on the out route. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's right on target. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Auburn lines up quickly. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
A third and long coming up here. Back to throw. It's Mariota. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Handoff to the single running back. Runs through a tackle. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Got it in the middle. It's Lamb. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Going up top on first down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
Got it set up on the outside.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off play action. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the front.
And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Longhorns will call on their punt team.
Number 12, on to punt it away.
He'll bring it back. It's Flaletta. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll run it on the counter. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That defense is about getting off the football. And that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays. It can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They go to the draw. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll leave it with him. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. Running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Parker. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll just down it right there. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
And I just think, David, too predictable on that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. On the option. Quick toss. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense in an empty set. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Found a little running room, and they get it stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Trying to get the corner. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Bring it. Belly stunner. The run from the shotgun. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He's got it on the move. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This is the 8th play of the drive, and they need 7 yards on 3rd down. The give to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Card in the backfield. It's awesome. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Will be brought down. A 1st down for the offense. He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Mariota. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They're going to throw it again. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Power football with the run.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And he can't make the connection on his 1st attempt.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Looking to throw, it's Mariota. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes a connection. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back. He's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Mariota. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Longhorns have a first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the lone man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle.
Open runway ahead. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Now on the move. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Back to the air one more time. They'll run the screen. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Mariota. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner. What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They had a great day today.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come